Welcome to Australian Immigration News, proudly brought to you by Australian Immigration Law Services here in Sydney. The Department of Home Affairs Minister must have heard our complaints on Saturday night's edition regarding the government's silence on the promise of extending 485 graduate visas they made last year. Well, yesterday the government released the news that many international students have been waiting for. From the 1st of July, those who apply for their graduate 485 skilled visas may be eligible for an extended version. The government will extend post-study work rights to give eligible international higher education graduates with selected qualifications an additional 2 years on their temporary graduate 485 visa. Sadly, those of you who have completed vocational courses will not have access to these extensions. Post-study work rights for selected degrees in areas of verified skill shortages will be increased from 2 years to 4 years for selected bachelor degrees, 3 years to 5 years for selected master's degrees, and 4 years to 6 years for all doctoral qualifications. So those who have completed their PhDs will gain the extension no matter the discipline they have focused on in their thesis. The extra good news is that there will be a transitional arrangement set up for those whose 485 visa expires between the 1st of September 2022 and the 1st of July 2023, as well as 485 visa holders who remained in Australia contributing to the economy during the COVID-19 pandemic will be able to access a 2-year pandemic event 408 visa. You will see on your screen the list of eligible occupations the government has decided is a priority to Australia's interests. Sadly, there are no accountants, but on the list there are most IT occupations and there are a number of engineering specializations. Naturally, the medical and science professions dominate the list, and of course all the teaching professionals are listed as would be expected after this week's comment from the Education Minister.
I want young people bursting out of high school wanting to become teachers rather than lawyers or bankers.
At the moment, the government has not released the actual courses and the corresponding CRICOS registration numbers, which will be approved. However, as you can see on the screen, they have released a generic list of bachelor and master's degrees to give everyone the idea. For the 1st of July, a new list of approved courses will be published along with their specific CRICOS numbers. To benefit from these extended 485 visa periods, your course must be there. If it is not, you will just get the standard 485 visa periods. The government will be reviewing the list on an annual basis. Now, many of you may be worried about your occupation may not be on the list when you finish. The government has said that if your occupation was on the list when you started your course, they will still give you access to the extended visa time, even if your occupation is not there when you complete it. This will give you a degree of certainty to those looking for courses that correspond to these occupations. Now, in addition to all this good news, the expected restriction on the number of hours student visa holders can work will begin again on the 1st of July. The good news is that this cap will be lifted from the old 40 hours per fortnight to 48 hours per fortnight. Well, at least this is something positive, and let's face it, no one ever expected that the unlimited work rights would continue for very long. Well, that's all for tonight's special midweek edition. Join me again on the weekend for our usual weekly roundup of all the events in the world of Australian immigration. As always, take care out there, and I'll see you next time. So bye for now.